I'm back. How are you guys? I really want to come to you because it's really the new year. We think the new year, we wait till January, right? And it's the new calendar year. But September is like the renewal. Like it is your time for new ideas and a change in your life or reassessing your life. So I'm a Virgo. I just had my birthday. I'm on that cusp. But really, Virgo is the time to create and start. And I want that for you. So today, we're going to talk about how to help keep you motivated, how to help keep you productive as you move towards this second half of your life. And whether you call it your, midlife time, whether you call it your, transition to menopause time, whether you call it maybe you're the empty nester time, it doesn't really matter. But really, you've had a juicy first full part of your life. And now it's like, where are we going with this second part of our life? And maybe you're still a few years away because you still have kids in the household. Maybe you feel like, oh my gosh, no, I've got grandkids now. I'm so far away from that midlife. But wherever you are today is your time to say, do I feel motivated? Do I feel productive? Am I happy with where I'm at? So, can I give you guys three tips? Yes? All right. If you're with me live, drop down your favorite tips to stay motivated. Or if you need help with this, drop a one below, right? You're probably like, please help me, Kellie. I've been stuck. I don't really know I was stuck, but honestly, I haven't been feeling very motivated, or I don't feel like I'm really productive. So help me. Maybe that's you. So drop a one below if that's you. And if you're with me on this journey of podcasting or my YouTube, then just start listening and taking note because I know you and you're not sitting down writing in your journal right now. You're on a walk, you're cooking dinner, you're doing something else. I listen to podcasting, gardening, everything. So I don't always have my phone with me or pen and paper to like write down some notes. So you can come back to this. But I really want you to think about these three things because they will really help you in your brain's ability to reframe what your motivation is and how to be more motivated and how to increase your engagement with productivity and what productivity looks like. So here we go. Are you ready? Number one, and this is my tried and true. And if you've been following me, you know I talk about this. Number one is routines. What are your daily, non-negotiable routines? Now, when I say that, you're like, what exactly do you mean? You probably have maybe a routine at the gym, something like that. But do you have a routine in the morning? Do you have a routine at the end of your day? These are things that if you have a routine, then automatically you don't have to have so much brain power, so much conscious processing. So you have less decision fatigue because they're just things you do. And that is like, oh my God, I'm so productive. I got so much done. You got so much done because they were in your routine. Got it? So here's an example. In the morning, your routine may be before you're even out of bed, you maybe say a little gratitude, maybe do a little bit of meditation. I make sure I decide how I want to feel for the day and how I want to think for the day and whose life I'm going to bless for the day, right? That I am safe because your body needs to always feel that you're safe and that it's going to be an amazing day. So I've already set the scene before I'm even out of bed. Then once I start to get up, I am like in my room, opening up the blinds and the curtains and bringing in that sunlight and my nervous system and my hormone health need to say, oh, here we go, circadian rhythm. It is the morning time. Let's get to work. And so I get my sunshine. I'm going to get more sunshine in a moment in my routine. Then I go into the bathroom. Probably I do what most of us do, right? I go to the bathroom and brush my teeth. But while I'm brushing my teeth, I get on my Vibe plate. I know this sounds crazy, right? But hear me out. I pull it out from underneath this little stand that I have it tucked away. I do my 2 minutes of brushing my teeth, done, get back on the Vibe plate. Then I go through my lymphatic drainage routine, which takes me another 3 to 5 minutes per se. Okay. And then after that, I still have, because I like to be on it for 10 minutes. So then I still have, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes left, something. And then I do some breathing. I just do some general box breathing. I do some squats. And sometimes I'll do some nervous system regulation, or sometimes I'll just stand there. Okay. So after that, then I'm pretty much getting on my clothes to, oh, and what I didn't say is I also always drink a full entire glass of water. It is sitting by my bed, by my bathroom counter. I drink a full glass of water. And depending, sometimes there's things that I'm taking in the morning and I take something, early, depending on sometimes I'm taking my natural GLP-1 activator. Sometimes I'm taking some more minerals. Sometimes I'm taking, this depends on seasons for me. Then I'm out to go walk the dog. So now I'm getting my morning movement. This is not my exercise, it's just my morning movement, but it's also hopefully with sunshine if the sun is out. So I'm getting more like, how do you start your day? So I started my day with nourishing my brain. I started my day with nourishing my body. And I started my day doing what I say I'm going to do. That is so key that you do what you say you're going to do. You're honoring yourself. You're giving yourself positive encouragement. And so it's like, oh, I can do that. I do that. I follow through with what I'm going to say. So do you get how many things I just stacked in one routine that is just non-negotiable, that's positive in my life? So already I'm feeling motivated for the day. I'm like, yes, I nailed that routine. I kind of have a second routine when I get home about feeding the dogs while I'm feeding the dogs, taking all of my activation products and all my supplementation products, preparing and planning, making sure we are packing our morning with our good protein. So, one more thing, my husband and I usually discuss a little bit of like stuff for the day, plans, goals, routines, things like that. So that's just one example. And I have another in the evening that I do for my whole wind down routine. But by having routines, that already keeps me motivated and I also feel pretty productive. Now, those routines might change depending on the season of my life or if I have different goals that I'm after. Maybe I'm doing more writing or maybe I'm doing more focus on a certain physical activity or maybe it just depends. So you don't have to like get in a rut with these routines, right? You should be challenging yourself, but there's certain things it's like no matter what, that's good for the body. Following me? It's kind of like I tell my women in our coaching membership is if you in the morning always say, I'm a healthy person. I follow my wellness routines. I honor myself. Like you've already said that in the morning. So when you come to the temptation when you're out for lunch and you're celebrating somebody's birthday and there's this huge piece of cake offered to you, you either like, no, I'm good right now. Like it just doesn't serve you. You don't really even want it. So you don't feel the peer pressure of having to eat it, having to take it. Or maybe you say, you know what, I'll just have a bite. So you have a bite or two and you're done. Because you've already told yourself, I honor myself, I nourish my body, I do what I tell myself I'm gonna do. And then you're like, not, it's like no big deal. And I'll be honest with you. The fact that I'm gluten free, dairy free, there's a lot of times I just can't even eat what is being offered. So then people do this weird stuff to me like, oh, I'm so sorry with your special diet, you can't have this. I said, oh, no, thank you. I just choose, I'm not having it. Like there is no weird. And so when you don't take seconds, when you don't take cake, when you don't want to do something, it's not that you're weird. You're just honoring yourself on where you're at. And they have to know that. So sometimes I feel we all just like eat the thing because everybody else is, or we do the thing because everybody else is. It's like, no, choose you. And if you choose in the morning, you win your morning, you win your day. So I hope routines is helpful to kind of check what are you doing for your routines. All right, that was one. Number two. Number two is What do you have in your life that you have a purpose? It can be big, it can be small, it can be multiple things. So here are some ideas that I'm talking about when you feel like you have purpose. When the children are gone, kind of for that 18 years, they were your purpose, but they still can be a phone call, a check-in, leading by example. Maybe you pick up a hobby. Maybe you volunteer more of where you're doing. Maybe you're helping people through educating them on certain topics. I love to educate on health. Education has been my whole entire life. So I've just pivoted along the way what I educate in. Maybe you're a retired teacher, but now you're educating on health. Now maybe you're educating on, parents in managing them with special needs. I don't know, but find a way, whether it's something in person or online, that you link to a purpose. Because that is the one thing that we as human beings really need, is to find purpose. And your purpose isn't like to solve all the world's problems, right? Your purpose isn't to like have a perfectly clean house. Like, what lights you up? If you could do anything, big or small, what lights you up? That's what I'm talking about when I say purpose. Okay, we good? Number one, routines. Number two, having purpose. That's what I find. I have a whole nother tribe of women that we have a big purpose to make a bigger difference in the health and wellness of the lives of millions around the world. Maybe that's something that you're looking at, like joining an incredible group of people to have a combined purpose. We can talk about that later. So let me know if you're like, Kellie, I'm struggling with purpose. That's intriguing to me. What does that look like? So we can talk about that. Okay. If that's you, you can, and you're with me on my podcast, please reach out to me. If you're here live or on my social, just drop the word purpose below or just throw me a DM, right? And you and I will just chat a little bit, because I want you to feel fulfilled, to be motivated and productive. And purpose is one of those keys. Number three, the last thing that I wanted to share with you guys about is connection. I think you've heard that loneliness, isolation, that's the new smoking. That will lead to a quick death or a long, painful death. I don't know if it's going to be quick and painful, but loneliness and isolation is killing people, especially in terms of productivity and motivation. So we talk about connected. No matter where you are, you could be in a small town of 500, you can live in a huge city and still feel alone. How do you stay connected? Maybe you have a couple friends and that once a week you have a little accountability group that you get on and you chat together or you Zoom together. Maybe you're part of an organization that you're, leading or just a member of. Maybe you're in a bowling group. Maybe you're in a golf group. Maybe you're in a walking group. Maybe you're in just a social media group, like for dogs or for retired people or for paddleboarding or traveling. Get connected. There's a part of it that you could be connected online, but if possible, find that connection in person. I will tell you, as I had a transition moving across the country, that there was like because I lost my in-person connection. And I didn't really realize, as much as like you're busy and we're good and we don't need things like that, I realized, I love being in person. The energy, the feeling is so good. In my business that I have, we talk a lot all online because there's people all over the world. But a couple times a year, we get together in person, and oh my gosh, does it fill up my cup? It lights me up. It's like so great, right? To give people the big old hug in person, feel that community connection. It's just so powerful. And that is a key to be feeling motivated and productive. So all of us out there, you guys, the first half of our life, we are just like, we're a kid, we're just doing what we think we're supposed to do. And then all of a sudden, once we've got graduated high school and college and beyond, and we're like supposed to just live this life with work or raise a family, like you just kind of are doing the thing. Right now, people are realizing is whatever the world says we're supposed to do, we can make our life look so different. You can work from all over the world. You can raise your kids however you want. You can homeschool them if you want. You can, whatever you want, you can do today, which I really love is people are completely stepping outside the box because there is no box. Isn't that so cool? Like there is no box. Do anything and everything and it's all okay. But for most of us, we're entering into this second half of our life. And we're in early days of the second half of our life. So I really want you to say, am I motivated? Am I productive? I want to leave one day with people saying, oh my gosh, I love this person for XYZ. They were so great. They were a leader. They were a light in the world, whatever that is. And if you can follow your routines that you build for you, if you can find something that has purpose in it to fill your soul, and if you can build connection in your life, I promise you, you're going to feel like $1,000,000 again. You're going to feel so much motivation. You're going to feel so much of being productive in your life, of whatever that is for you. Got it? For you, not for me, not for your neighbor, not for your partner, but for you. Because remember, there is no box. You can do whatever you want to do. So, with that, I'm signing off for today. And in case you haven't heard, Dr. Heidi Rossabal and I are putting on our second Women's Life Summit that you don't want to miss. The first summit in the summer was off the hook, absolutely amazing. The speakers brought down the house, provided so much value. This one's going to be even better. It's October 1st and 2nd. If you're with me here on social, drop the word waitlist and I'll send you information to get on our waitlist. Registration is going to be opening very, very soon. It's free to register. You could always even upgrade to VIP if you want to, but I don't want you guys to miss. So again, that's going to be October 1st and 2nd. We will see you inside the summit, and I'll see you back right here next week on the podcast. Talk to you soon.